Hi everybody. I know people have been waiting for part two for a year on this thing, and this is not going to be part two, but I wanted to give everybody an update on the S-10. Yes, it is finished for people that were curious. You can see it right there, and I'm going to kind of give you a quick walk around, give you an update. I know some people are waiting to mock their suspensions up and all that good jazz. This is just going to be a basic quick iPhone video to kind of let you know, yes, the truck is finished. Yes, I've been using it and wheeling it. I'm just fine tuning it, and I want to make sure whenever we get the more polished videos wrapped up that you actually see what the final product is. So if we do need to change something, you're not going to go, oh man, I did what you did, and that doesn't work. So let's get into it. Let's start off with what probably everybody wants to see, the coilover setup. So I'm using a rock crawler. These are JK 12-inch travel. They're emulsion series coilovers. They've worked pretty good so far. We got decent travel. What we ended up finding is the suspension actually travels so far in the front that I needed to limit strap it, and mostly this was because I got such a short drive shaft. It's like 27.5 inches. It's a 1350 JE reel shaft, but even clocking the Atlas as much as we did, I only get a little bit. So I'm probably leaving on the table about 3 inches of down travel. The Atlas is one of those things that we're gonna have to figure out. We ended up modifying the cross member to kind of let it work, and we had to clock it down a little bit more, but we need to do something a little bit more substantial just to act as a skid plate now that this thing had to be clocked down. I originally really wanted a flat belly, but that's just not going to work with limiting all the travel. If you don't remember, it's got a high pinion 60 front, 538 gears, nitro covers, nitro gears. It's got an ARB air locker on the inside, and it's got a U-joint off-road high steer setup on it with Barnes four-wheel drive steering links. The track bar we made in-house. Everything was kind of it's a tight fit under here. We're cycling about 4.5 inches of up travel, which is really not bad for what it is. It ended up being low, which is really what I wanted. It looks like a big truck because it's a S-10 on 40s, but the step-in height is lower than a JK on 40s, so it's pretty impressive. Let's see if it should be unlocked. As you can see, definitely been used. It's nice and muddy. Got some final touches we want to do for the Atlas setup on the center console here. Range did an awesome job making it where it's just easy to shift and everything's up and out of the way. Let's see what else we can show you real quick. The axle brackets are Artec on the actual axle side, and we've got the Barnes brackets here. So it's a 3-link. The third link you will see is tucked underneath here. This is all rock crawler control arms for a LJ. So out back we've got the high clearance Barnes brackets. All high clearance brackets that they have, so nothing's sitting way below the axle and all that good jazz. ARB rear air locker, still stock 30 spline. Again, same thing, JK 12-inch travel rear shocks. I got the e-brake hooked up. Really wanted to make sure that. See, pretty basic tower in the back. I'll go more into that when we do our video and stuff. It's some more in-depth part 2 on how we did that and why we did that. As you can see, we cut the bejesus out of the back fender, did a real high clearance back bumper, just something simple. Got a simple tow hook in the back, just didn't want a bunch of overkill nonsense. And running a 40-inch mud grappler. We definitely found I'm rubbing a little bit in this spot on the front portion of the fender. So what I think we're gonna do is end up cutting out a little bit more here, and then we're gonna plate this because it's gonna be tough for me not to rub when this thing is fully dropped out and turned. But I don't really want to push the front end anymore because I kind of want to preserve sort of how it looks. I know it might sound kind of a little silly, but I really like that it just kind of looks like a S-10 on 40s, nothing crazy. So yeah, that's it. We're getting there. It's got a few little odds and ends that we got to fine tune. I still got to put a license plate mount on this thing for now, just kind of putting it wherever. Sorry, it's getting a little windy, but this is just kind of a quick update on the truck. Yes, it is finished. Yes, I drive it. If anybody's in Wilmington, North Carolina, you can come check it out at Low Range. Like I say, we're fine tuning it, and they've been nice enough to let me kind of keep it up here while we finish everything that really needs to get wrapped up on it. But yeah, for any of you guys that are waiting for how to straight axle this thing and want to check it out, there's kind of a brief glimpse on what we did and how it all works. So far, real happy with it. It's got a brand new transmission in it, 4-speed Atlas, JE Reel 1350 drive lines in it, and it works and drives so well. Very, very happy with it. It's cool. My kids think it's a mini monster truck, and for anybody that's seen me hashtag Darrington, that's a thing from Blazing the Monster Machines, which if you have kids, that'll totally make sense. If you don't, Google it and you'll see it's just a little white monster truck. So that's it. She's doing okay. I'm gonna get ready to actually hop in and pull her back in the shop and get this thing dialed in a little bit more. Got some suspension tweaking to do. That's her 120,000 miles, which really isn't bad. I mean, it's really not bad at all. But all right, let's go cruise this thing. Look, it's not just it doesn't just sit. It works and drives. I do have an ABS light. And, well, I don't have my seatbelt on, but it's all right. We're just gonna stay in the parking lot. So yeah, so hopefully everybody's digging the truck. I'll have some longer updates coming for you soon. And if anybody was wondering whatever happened to my little black S-10 we started out with, that's it right there. It's a little S-10 shop truck now for Low Range. So be talking to you guys soon. Wait for a big long video for part 2. I'll break down the suspension, the how we did everything, what we had to cut on the axle. But for now, I'm gonna get inside the shop and we'll talk to you later. Cool, see ya.